Now, a common obstacle that many artists face who are learning how to rap is not knowing where to put their verses in hooks due to a lack of understanding of song structure. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down what song structure is and showing you how to process all the information that the instrumental is giving to you. So without further ado, let's get it! What's up, everybody? This is ColeMize of ColeMizeStudios.com, bringing you another segment of Be a Better Rapper Now. We previously looked at what structured lyrics are, but now let's start looking at what song structure is. Song structure is the order or pattern in which sections of the songs, such as verses, hooks, and bridges, are presented and or repeated. Now let's take a quick look at some of the commonly used sections that you will most likely find in rap music. The intro. The intro is a small space of time, typically 4 bars, but sometimes shorter or longer, that is at the beginning of the song. Now oftentimes there's no drums during this section in order to create a large build-up for the transition into the hook or verse, whichever one comes next. Now a pre-hook, also known as a pre-chorus. Now this is rarely used in rap music, but I feel like it's still worth noting. Now a pre-hook can be as long as 8 bars, but in rap music it's typically just 1 to 2 bars. And it's just a simple phrase that's repeated before each hook. It acts as almost like a heads up, like, hey, the hook's about to start. It's something simple and catchy that people can follow along with easily. Now during the section of a pre-hook, there may or may not be a change in the music to accompany it. Oftentimes it's considered more of a part of a verse than a section of a song, but I just felt like it was worth mentioning. For example, the group House of Pain used to pre-hook on their song Jump Around with the lyrics, I came to get down, so get out your seat and jump around. The hook, aka the chorus, is typically the busiest part of the song. This is where most of the instruments are presented, which creates a high point in the song and typically carries some type of melody. The hook is typically 8 bars and is usually repeated 3 to 4 times throughout the course of a song. Now the verse. The verse is typically 16 bars in length, usually repeated 3 times throughout the course of a song, and typically has fewer instruments than the hook. The verse is usually a low point in the song, as there's less instruments during the verse, so the vocals can be the main focal point without many distractions. This also creates a much needed dynamic in between the verse and the hook. And sometimes throughout the verse, the music and energy of the beat will gradually build to lead up to the energy level of the hook. The bridge. Now the use of bridges isn't as popular in rap as it is in pop and R&B music. However, you still will hear it used from time to time. The bridge is typically used after a verse that had a hook in front of it. The bridge usually presents a key change to give a distinct feeling from the verse and the hook. The bridge usually isn't very long because its purpose is to bridge the hook to the following verse and offer a break from the predictable format of the verse after the hook. And a bridge is typically 4 to 8 bars in length. Now, if you want to hear a bridge that's used in a rap song, check out 50 Cent's In the Club. And his bridge comes in between the second hook and the second verse when he says, my flow, my show brought me the dough that bought me all my fancy things. My crib, my cars, my pools, my jewels. Look, chicka, I came up and I ain't changed. And the outro. Now, the outro is a small piece of time, which is typically 4 to 8 bars and can be found at the very end of the song after the last hook. This is typically where the song just fades out. Now sometimes a hook may be repeated a second time in this particular section. And also at times there may be a change in musical arrangement, such as taking out the drums to lower the energy, just like what was done in the intro pretty much. Now that we've defined all the different sections that are typically found in hip hop, I'm going to load up a beat and kind of walk you and talk you through it. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm on ColeMizeStudios.com in the beat store, and I'm just going to be playing a beat from Platinum Seller Beats, and it's called No Limit. And at the top left-hand corner of the screen is going to be an indication of what section of the song that we're going to be in as it plays, and also the bar count. So I'm just going to play the beat all the way through and just kind of talk through each of the sections in the beat. All right, so let's go. All right, so this is the intro. Notice how there's no drums, no bass, very low energy starting off. And it's about to build into the hook. Listen.
Make your purchase now.
Alright, now notice how the hook is presenting a melody. It's So the hook is typically the highest point of a track. It's where you have most of the instruments going on. It presents the melody, so it can be sung to. You can put vocals and harmonize to it and whatnot. All right, and now we're about to go into the verse, and it's gonna die down. Notice how a lot of those instruments just disappeared. What it's doing is it's creating room for your vocals, because especially in hip hop and in rap, lyrics are so important. It's the star of the show, and so by it eliminating a lot of those instruments, it's making room for your vocals, so your vocals can be a lot more present and sound a lot more bigger, because it's competing with less audio, with a lot less information in musical space, basically. So 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what you'll notice too in a lot of beats is there's a lot of dynamics. So it may start off kind of low, and then as the verse goes on, it'll gradually build up until it gets into the hook.
www.psbeats.com.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember, hooks are typically 8 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now let's see how long this verse is. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
www.psbeats.com.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16 bars. And remember, dynamics in tracks is so important. The highs and the lows, it's just creating all these changes, so our ears don't get as easily fatigued, and a song has a lot more replay value because it's not just the same thing happening throughout the whole process of the track. And just like I said in the #1 fundamental to rapping, dynamics is key. Alright? Now it dies out. This is the outro. Now notice how the outro and the intro is pretty much the same piece. Low energy, so it builds up into the hook in the beginning, and then the outro is dying out and allowing the song to just kind of fade out into the sunset. Alright. Now here's just a couple of very common song structures that you'll find in hip hop. So for an example, the instrumental that we just listened to, the song structure for this particular beat is intro, hook, verse, hook, verse, hook, outro. Another common song structure is intro, verse, hook, verse, hook, verse, hook, outro. And another one is intro, hook, verse, hook, bridge, verse, hook, outro. Now keep in mind, there's endless ways to structure a song. There's no right or wrong way to do it. These are just a few examples of some of the most common song structures that are found in hip hop. So the next time that you're listening to a song or a hip hop instrumental, see if you can identify all the different sections of the song and figure out what type of song structure that they're using. And when you're writing a song, feel free to switch things up and just have fun with it. Now, if you like this video and found it helpful, feel free to like it and share it with your friends. And if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, drop your 2 cents in the comment section below. And if this is your first time being here, make sure you go ahead and pick you up a free copy of my ebook, The #1 Fundamental to Rapping, where I'm sharing with you tips and techniques that I've gathered over the 17 years that I've been rapping. This will also sign you up to my newsletter, which allows us to be connected, because I do so much more than just making videos on YouTube. I write blogs on my website every week, and there's a lot of helpful information on there. So make sure you get connected, because my newsletter is where it all goes down. That's where all the exclusive stuff is shared, such as bar sheets and practice beats that I've made just for you guys. there's the subscribe button, and down there is a video playlist with every single how to rap video tutorial I have done in chronological order for your viewing pleasure. This is ColeMize with ColeMizeStudios.com, bringing you another segment of Be a Better Rapper Now. Until next time, y'all take care. We'll holler at you